Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Garrett here and we are back today in Farming Simulator, and today's episode we're not going to be doing any harvesting. We're going to be doing pretty much everything except harvesting. So we need to get this field 7 planted with corn, and then once that's done we're going to bring the planter up to the top field. Well, actually we have to do slurry. I forgot about slurry. We have to spread slurry as well. But that shouldn't take that long. Our slurry tanker's up at the top field, field 40. We haven't even bought it yet. So we're gonna spread slurry and then plant this field, and the income off of this field should be enough to buy that other field. Alrighty. Free fertilizer right here. Actually, we're gonna hire a worker. Screw it if they do it without using slurry. If it like runs out, whatever. If it stops, great. If not, I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. Unfold that. We may be able to start this right behind the slurry tanker. Yeah, we're gonna be able to do that, so we'll start that. And that slurry tanker should be moving. So that one was moving at 19. And this one's moving at 19 as well. But this one covers a wider swath than... Well, actually, let me check. I know the sewing machine does 9 meters. This one does 15 meters. Okay, we're good. It will stay in front of the sewer, which is good. Except for the fact that it may get stuck on this, so we'll turn it around. Alrighty. And then we're gonna need to haul some slurry, like tank it from the biogas plant down here up to these portable tanks. And I think I'm gonna do, one of them's half full, so I can't pull that, or I don't want to pull that. So we're gonna have to take one trip with the Big Bud and one trip with the mobile slurry tanker. That slurry tanker, the reason I'm not gonna do everything with that is because it's hecka slow, has like no power whatsoever. So when it's hauling a full tank, it doesn't go that fast at all. Yeah, so this is at 52%. So we're gonna leave it here. This one, however, is empty, and so one more slurry tanker full will fill up that first one. But this one we're gonna take down to the bottom with the Big Bud because it just has more pulling power. 1100 horsepower to be exact. Actually, I think this model is only 9,000, but no, 900. Sorry. This thing drifts really well, which is kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing all in the same thing. It's good because it's cool, but it's bad because it's hard to control. So we're gonna truck back over to the BGA to get this. It's gonna be interesting to see how well this thing does coming back. We're going the right way, right? Yeah, we're going the right way. See what I mean about the drifting? And I mean the weight behind us. It's not very much because it's empty. So it kind of helps it jackknife a little bit, but not that much. This thing's like better at drifting than like the truck. The stock pickup truck is really good at drifting. This one though, even better. Off-roading with a Big Bud. That's right. Okay. Oh, crud. Crud muffins. Turn around. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so the slurry tanker's way ahead. That's good. Okay. Now we test how powerful this big bud actually is, because this thing holds a huge volume of slurry. Like, I'm talking huge. Okay. Refill. Yeah, we're only at 3%. This is gonna take some time. We're gonna have to bring up to the top. Well, actually, let's just buy a whole new rig, because there's no point in moving it back and forth when we can get another one for free. So this one, buy tippers, the Fleagle. Alrighty. Don't have to do anything with these. This we're gonna have to bring back down there, so we'll do that right now. Sugar beet harvester should disappear. This field's gonna be designated sugar beets. We're gonna get so much volume from it. It's gonna be ridiculous. I'm in the process of trying to look for like a storage tipper for like sugar beets and stuff like that, because making trips back and forth to the farm for sugar beets not going to be very efficient, because we're going to get so much from it because the field's so huge. Okay. Slurry tanker looks really cool. It's really handy because it'll tank. These are universal tanks, so they'll tank water. They will tank slurry, gasoline. What else? They tank a lot of things. I just can't remember them. Yeah, slurry, water, whatever the heck that is, fertilizer, and gasoline. So these could be our fertilizer tankers, but they kind of already are because we use slurry for our fertilizer. So slurry tanker's still going, I think, so that's good. Oh, crud. That dumb gate gets me every time. Okay, so this should be full. This mobile tank here. And these storage tanks should make it so that we can have the slurry tanker up top go for a while without being without having to be refilled. Oh crud, look at it. It's picking up the big bud. Oh crud. No, look at that. This thing's having trouble pulling it. That's why I did the big bud. Get back down on the ground, please. Oh crap. This is a bad situation. Okay. Why don't we empty half of it into the other tanker? And then try to get it up there with just half, because that's going to be interesting. Okay. We're coming to your rescue, big bud. We're gonna get you back on the ground, hopefully. Yes, I know I need to fill the implement. Okay. Refill that. And I'm gonna take just the front tank first out of it. Okay, yeah, so it still needs to come down a little bit. It'll probably tank it with like 60,000 in it. 60,000 liters. But it's still a bit too much because you can see the front end is slightly being picked up. So the front tank only took that much. Start overloading. So that's switching it, and then hopefully are we putting anything back into this? No, we're not. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to get both of these tanks full here. Refill that. Okay, so we're refilling the front tank. This is taking way longer than it should. Oh, man. Okay, so now the... So now we should be overloading into the back tank. And so once that says it's done overloading, then we should be able to refill the front. I think that's how it works. I honestly don't know. Okay, yeah, I think that's right. So now we'll refill the front thing here. And then hopefully that should be enough out of the big bud so that it can pull it up there. This is gonna be like a total hauling episode. We're gonna do everything but harvesting. When you get to see the other side of farming, not just the harvest. Okay, so now we are full and we can tell by the sluggish nature of our truck. And I checked the horsepower, and this is like the same as the man truck that comes with the stock game. So you'd think it'd have a bit more power, but it doesn't, which is kind of sad. I am royally failing at turning this thing around. I probably should have gotten the smaller tank, you know, the smaller pull tank for this thing, because it's severely struggling right now. I'm at full throttle. There's the slurry tanker, probably out, no doubt, but it is what it is. See ya. Have fun. It's probably gonna screw up and sit there, so I'm gonna have to check on it in a couple seconds. Because there's just a little long strip left. So it's probably gonna come all the way back down, but this is the hill that kills it. It kills it every single time. Herg. 10 miles an hour, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, it's accelerating back up again. This mod, guys, the Universal Tank mod. Definitely go get it. I believe I got it on Farming Simulator 15 mods.com, something like that. fs15mods.com, something like that. But yeah, you should definitely go check it out. I don't have the ability right now. My internet or something is really screwed up. For some reason, I have no idea what's happening. But for some reason, I can't visit any sites except Google and YouTube, so I don't have the ability to give you guys the link. I would if I could. But I believe I got this mod before my internet was screwed up. I believe I got it on FS15 mods. Either that or FSUK. I'm not sure. One of those two. But yeah, Universal Tank mod. You'll know it when you see it. It's a really good mod. You guys should definitely get it. It's really handy. You don't use them that often, but they're really handy. And we have to take the organized roads, because if we don't, we'll absolutely kill this truck. Because it's so hecka slow. Okay. This is even more of a killer hill than the one in the actual town of Hagenstedt. Now we're at 7. And I know it's kind of laggy, I can see on the OBS thing. But I think I may have a solution for that. So, yeah. I'm thinking I'm not going to use OBS anymore to record my videos. I'm going to use the NVIDIA software because I have an NVIDIA graphics card, and so I can record straight from that, and then I get smooth recordings. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, although I can't visit the NVIDIA website to get the software until I get my internet fixed. So, yeah. But anyway, now we have to go up this old priest grade. Just so you guys know, that's a really steep hill in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California that you have to go through to get to Yosemite. And whenever my family takes a road trip to go to Yosemite, we always go up that, and it's like a huge grade. It's like insane. You have to be like in the lowest gear you have on your car going downhill just in case your brakes go out. It's ridiculous. Okay, finally here. This is what I mean about this tanker being really slow. I've been at full throttle this whole time. Start overloading into that one. And so then we should have to empty a little bit out of the back tank, but not the whole entire thing, I don't think. Okay. Overloading. No, no, overload to the other one. So when the big bud gets here, we'll actually check this. Or can we check this tank? Does it show? What should it show? No, I think we're filling it all the way here. We should have like 5,000 left or something. Yeah, 4,999 liters left. And then this tanker goes back down the hill to field 7 because that's our source of slurry for that field. And then we'll tank the, then we'll haul the big bud up here. That's going to be interesting to see how that works. For sure. Oh, crud. Down the hill we go. It's like stairs. Going down that clunk. But see, when it's empty, it's a pretty good truck. It's pretty fast. And then we'll have to make one more trip up here with a full tank to fill up the rest of that that other tank that we have down at field 7 currently. Oh, come on. You know what? Quick way to get these back over there is just reset them to the farm. If I can find it. Reset. Yes. Reset. Yep. Okay. See, I knew this would happen and I knew I'd have to check on this thing, so I'll turn it around here. I know it has 0 slurry, but whatever. I'm just kind of in a hurry. How to speed fertilize right there. Okay, so he's gonna finish here. There's our planter. Planting the corn. Then it's gonna have to go up top as well. I want to get like 2 of everything at some point so that we can have a full fleet of stuff down here and a full fleet of stuff up there, and all we're gonna have to switch between them is the slurry tanker. And that's just gonna be getting slurry to the top field, not even for working it, so that'll be nice. Okay. So we'll just park the... Well, actually, this needs to go up top at some point, but I'll do that later. This one needs to go up top. The tires are still wonky on it. But at least it turns now. So we'll see how it does. We shall see for sure. This big bud is such a beast. It has so much power. Problem is the front wheels don't have hardly any weight on them right now. And the back wheels are squatting. Gotta make sure, I'm like so focused right now to make sure it doesn't jackknife, because right now that possibility is pretty high. These slurry tankers, especially these storage ones, they are hecka heavy when they are full. I tried to pull one with a stock New Holland Smart Tracks, and that was an absolute nightmare. I put like the biggest front weight they have in the game on the front of it, and it still didn't do it. It would still pick up the front end. I'm like, gee whiz. But I thought Big Bud would be big enough because it's just made of total steel. But obviously not. I wish the slurry storage was like at your farm like it is on the American Outback, because then I would have not that much of a trip with that tanker, but you know, it is what it is. I do love the fact that those wheels on the bottom of the tank pop out, so it's like it's just a bin sitting there, but then when you want to hook up to it, they fold down. I think that's pretty cool. Dang it, it slid. Okay, Big Bud, power, 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 power. Draw on your 16 cylinders, 2 turbochargers and 2 superchargers, and just give us all you got, because we're gonna need it. You guys were probably like, when I bought this thing for this slurry tanker, you guys are probably like, ah, Garrett, you just went total overkill. I'm like, no, I didn't. This was actually the right choice, because the it needs all the power to pull it. Alrighty, over to the old priest grade. I saw this video on YouTube where these idiots tried to ride skateboards and drift trikes down the old priest grade. And I'm like, what if you guys lose control and start going so fast you're gonna fall over the edge, because old priest grade's like on the cliff. It's like you're gonna fall over the cliff and die. And they're riding drift trikes, so it's like they have PVC pipes on the back of tricycles to make them drift. And I saw that and I'm like, you realize how dangerous that is, right? It was ridiculous. But I like, whenever I think of old priest grade, I'm reminded of that video. But anyway, enough about that. Finally got back up here. It's nice that since this is the biggest field on the map, they do have a shed to store equipment that you might be using here. See, the front wheels lock up and the back ones didn't, because the front wheels could because they're off the ground. Or very partially on the ground. Okay, good enough. Then we'll just park this back in there, and then go get a load with the slurry tanker and bring it up here. And then that should, I think that'll be it for this episode. This is just a complete hauling episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed it nevertheless. Just hauling big equipment. Big equipment with no power. Yep, gotta love it. Gotta love it. And also have to go somewhere as well for an activity. So I have to end the episode soon so I can get ready. So we're gonna haul this one last load. And besides, I don't want it to become like last episode where it's like over an hour long. I know those videos are kind of annoying to watch if you watch them the whole thing through, so I'm gonna keep this one a little shorter today. And then our planter finished up, so we should be able to harvest next episode and maybe even plant sugar beets. Oh, and of course the planter. The planter screwed up. Planter, you will come with me. We will go to where you're supposed to be, and then I'll let you go on your own again. Okay. Hire worker. Have fun. Alrighty. Need to get back over to me tanker. Where is me tanker? There we go. Go, go, go. Go over to the slurry tank. Refill. Okay, and then we'll start overloading into the rear tank. And then it should fill the rear tank, and then once the rear tank is full, it'll quit overloading, and then the big tank will keep filling the front until it's done. In theory, that is the way it should work. But in practice, you never know. I think that's how it's gonna work. I think that's how it's going. 100% full, okay. We're at 10% full in the slurry tank. It was 20, so it feels kind of good. I'm getting it down a little bit, because we are going to be doing sugar beets for a bit, and then we're going to take like a break from silage, and it's gonna, we're going to have enough slurry to last us. And that's how we get slurry, is by doing silage. Okay, well now we thoroughly locked ourselves up again. So now we have to turn around. Come on, go, 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 go. This thing is so slow when it's loaded. To be honest, I probably shouldn't have put any trailer on the back of it. But it is what it is. You wish you could sell slurry somewhere, because that would be really useful. Because in my situation, you have all this extra slurry if you do silage a lot. It'd be kind of useful to sell it. I think it'd be cool if Farming Simulator, like in the 2019 version when it comes out, if they make like servers. If they made like a map, like say just Hagenstedt, for example, that's like 10 times the size of this map. And so you have like 10 farms spread out, and you have a farmer for each farm. And each farmer specializes in a different thing, and you all work together in like a community to get stuff done. I think that'd be really cool. You just have to find dedicated players, because I know in the Farming Simulator community, a lot of people just like to get on servers and troll people. And you have to find the serious players to do that. You'd have to find like some way of like kicking them if they're not serious. I don't know. Go, go, go. Ay, ay, ay. This is not fast at all. Come on. Keep it going. Keep her going. You can do it. Put on our beacons just 'cause. So yeah, this is gonna pretty much do it for the episode. Once we get it up there and refill that thing, we're gonna have two nice size storage tanks there, all full, and then that should be enough to slurry that field like twice or 3 times, which is gonna last us, to be fair, like 5 episodes. because that field is absolutely huge. We're gonna have one episode for cultivating, one episode for planting, one episode for harvesting, and then repeat. Well, not quite that slow, but you know what I'm saying. It's gonna take a while. Like to harvest. Harvest, I might spread it into 2 episodes because the sugar beet harvester only does like 4 meters at a time, I believe. And that field is huge. So we're gonna get huge yield out of that. Because 4 meters wide of sugar beets gives you the same amount of liters as like a whole row, like a whole 45-foot header of like canola. So the yield is going to be huge. It'll be even huger if we could get this tank to go up here. We could get it to deliver us a good bit of power. I could use it right now. Is this engine burning out? Because it's literally going like a snail's pace. And it's not that steep of a hill either. But we are almost there, guys. Almost. Dang it. I never thought I'd use this tanker that much, but it's gonna be handy to just have like 2 huge tankers up there. Or 2 huge, not tankers, portable storage tanks. But yeah, guys, we are almost there, and then that'll be it for the episode, because I don't want it getting long like the last one. The last one was kind of ridiculously long. This one should only, well, I'm looking at the clock, it's like 20 minutes or so by now. Something like that. Alrighty, now, oh come on, not this again, you can go faster. I wish there was like, you could like take out the engine and just buy an engine from the shop from like a Big Bud that just stick it in here. Start overloading. So it should take this whole entire tank. And then they should be full. Oh, there's the Big Bud tire sticking through. Okay, so we're gonna I'm gonna check how full these are each by just hooking up to them. This one's at 7,000. No, 70,000. Start overloading. Now we should be filling up even more. So that's filling up very nicely. Now this here, this one should be 100%, right? Yep, because it just, yeah, pulls the whole Big Bud up. Okay, so that's good. So these are going to be full, hopefully. This is at alrighty, so that's full. I want to thank you guys so much for watching today. If you guys enjoyed this episode, just hauling and stuff, please leave a like because it really helps out my channel a lot. And also, if you're new, maybe think about subscribing to keep up to date with all of the awesome content coming out on my channel every single day. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and until the next one, I'll see you later. Goodbye.